Good morning everyone. I hope this video finds you all safe and well, that you all had a lovely weekend and that the fathers, stepfathers, etc. out there were all spoilt rotten yesterday on Father's Day. We've had a bit of a double whammy here because obviously we spoilt Andy yesterday and today's his birthday and he's expecting to be spoilt again. But I have made him come into work. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update today and a little bit of a reminder. So I'll do the reminder first. Everybody whose VAT quarter ends the 31st of May onwards, the payments are not automatically deferred. The expectation of HMRC will be that obviously the VAT return is filed on time and that the payment is made as usual by its normal deadline. If you do need to defer the payment, then you do need to speak to HMRC directly and arrange a time to pay arrangement. That is not something we can do for you. They do have to speak to you themselves to agree that. So now I just want to come on to flexible furlough. This really is going to be quite a complex scheme to manage. So the first thing I need to say to you is if you're going to use the scheme, you absolutely have to keep a record of the number of hours that each member of staff has worked. You're going to need to keep those obviously from our perspective to do payroll, but you also going to need them to keep them beyond that in case HMRC inquire into how it was calculated, how they worked. This is going to be really new to some of you, particularly where you normally pay your staff just an annual salary. You cannot just agree that if they normally work 5 days a week, that they'll work 3 out of 5, therefore they'll be on 60% of their pay. It doesn't work like that. The pay slip that we issue to them, if you use this scheme, has to detail the number of hours that they have worked. So we have sent you all, those of you who are our clients, we've sent you all a spreadsheet to capture the information that we perhaps are missing. So where we don't know how many hours you work a week, whether it's 35, 37.5 or 40 hours. So we've sent a spreadsheet to capture that, but also for you to put on there the number of hours that they've worked in that period. Now, obviously, if we're processing payroll monthly, I need to know how many hours they've worked in the month. From your perspective, you've got to actually be able to nail it down and say they worked these hours this day, these hours that day. You've got to have those records. Every time you change the agreement, so if you agree with them that they're going to come back in 3 days a week instead of the 5, and they're going to work 5 hours a day on those 3 days, you need to have an agreement in place with that member of staff that that's what they're going to do. And every time you want to change it, it's a new agreement. I can only reiterate previous advice that we've given. This is really complex, and it's really, really important that you seek advice correctly for this. And my advice really is that you do seek support of a HR consultant or HR agency. I'll put some details on the email that's attached to this with the details of a couple of agencies that we can recommend. But it's really important. So really, really important that you capture the records, the details of the hours, that you keep those records and that you have agreements in place, and you will need to retain that information for, well, probably about 7 years to be fair, just so that in the event of HMRC inquiry, you can justify the hours that they worked and what the claim was based upon. So I think that's everything for now. Obviously we're here to support you, so if there's anything that any help or support that you need, then please don't hesitate to contact us. I hope you all continue to stay safe. Take care.